Okay, so the question 3 from 2018, again on arithmetic, it's more of a percentages question. Patrick worked for a weekend washing cars in a garage. In total, 35 cars were washed in the garage that weekend. Patrick washed 14 of them. Work out the percentage of the cars that Patrick washed. Okay, so Patrick washed 14 out of the 35 cars. Okay, and if I leave it at that, my answer will be as a decimal. Okay, it's currently as a fraction, but they want a percentage. So to convert anything to a percentage, you multiply by 100 or multiply by 100 over 1, whichever way you do that. Putting it over 1 makes no difference. So 14 over 35 multiplied by 100. And I'm getting 40% for that particular one. Okay, so Patrick washed 40% of the cars. Part B then. Patrick was paid £200 sterling for the weekend. He converted this money to US dollars. The exchange rates are below. €1 is equal to 88 pence sterling, and €1 is equal to $1.18. Work out how many dollars Patrick got for his £200 sterling. Okay, in an ideal rate, we would have £1 sterling and an exchange rate to US dollars, okay? That would be lovely if we could go straight from sterling to dollars, okay? But it's not that obvious that you can do that from this particular question. Okay, so the easiest thing to do is to go from sterling to euros and then from euros to dollars. Okay, so because we're starting with sterling, we're going to go from sterling to euro using the first exchange rate. And then we'll go from euro to US dollars using that second exchange rate. Okay, so that's the plan. That's the way we're going to have to do it because of the information that we're given. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so there's an informal and a formal way of doing exchange rates. So the formal way is to write down your exchange rate. So €1 equals 88 sterling. Okay, and then if it's sterling you're exchanging, like it is, put sterling under the sterling side. Okay, and we might just put X there for the equivalent euro for the sterling. And what you end up doing then is a cross multiply. So it's 200 by 1 over, well, let me do it this way. I have 0.88x is equal to 200 by 1. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. Okay, and I'm just going to take the symbols off just to make it easier. So 0.88x, which I got from here, is equal to 200 by 1. So I changed it so that my x value was on the left because that's the way we normally do them. Mathematically, it's no different. So then I'm going to divide both sides by 0.88 and solve for x. So 200 divided by 0.88, so I am getting 227, and this is euros, 227.27 for that particular one. Okay, so that's how much euros I have, and then I go from euros to dollars. And this time the euros goes under the euro side, okay? And the X goes under the dollar side. And again, I do this cross multiply. So X times 1. So in other words, 1x, I'll just come over here and finish it. 1x is equal to 227.27 multiplied by 1.18. Okay, so 227.27 multiplied by 1.18. And I'm getting $268.18 for that. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is, I suppose, what I tend to describe as more of a common sense way. So if you're ever used to going on holidays, then you will have a feel for exchange rates. Or if you see the pattern in numbers, you will have a feel for exchange rates. So what I say is that let's have a look at this exchange rate here. So €1 is equal to 0.88 sterling. So for 200 sterling, is that going to be more or less euros? And because the euro here is €1, it's bigger than the sterling, then the amount of euros is going to be bigger. So that's why I'm not surprised then when I see 227.27 euros for 200 sterling. Okay, because euros is bigger in the exchange rate formula. Okay, so then in that case, you take the 200, and in exchange rates, you only have two options. You're either multiplying by the 0.88 or you're dividing by the 0.88. You're always doing either multiplying or dividing by the exchange rate. So see which one of these gives you the bigger number, because you've worked out euro is going to be bigger. Okay, and so you'll get 200 divided by 200 divided by 0.88 will do the exchange rate for you. And then it's the same then when you look at the euros to dollars. Dollars is bigger, okay? So therefore, if you're exchanging $227.27, you would expect, sorry, if you're exchanging 227.27 euros to dollars, you would expect the dollars to end up being bigger, because in the exchange rate, the dollars are bigger than the euros. Okay, and then again, you're going to end up multiplying or dividing by the exchange rate. So in this one, it's a multiply by to give you your exchange rate. Okay, so this would be the formal way of doing it, but there is an informal way of figuring it out that works just as well for some people.